Hi there, I'm Gagan from IELTS with Gagan, and welcome back to my channel. Today is part 2 of our IELTS series where I will talk about the basics of IELTS and also tell you guys about how and why IELTS should be taken as a test. So, let's begin. So, today we will talk about understanding the IELTS score requirements. In IELTS, mostly what happens is that students get really confused about what score do I really need to actually enter the university of their choice. So today we are going to give you a quick guide of academic training students, how they can go ahead with the score and what they can actually do to enhance their scores as well as a bonus tip. So, on an average, the minimum IELTS score requirement generally lies between 6.0 to 7.5 and even an 8 in some of the universities. It totally depends upon the score, but on an average, USA kind of requires 6.0 to 7.5 to make sure that the student is actually eligible enough to enter their university. In fact, they also give you a good hefty scholarship if you score a higher band score. That is again dependent upon your merit score as well, but there's a high chance if you go ahead with a good IELTS score. In Canada, recently they have changed the whole process. Earlier, it was the 6.5 that had the threshold, but now they can also accept students who have a 6.0 band, and 7 is a preferable one because they want students to have a higher score of language, higher level of language to understand the advanced studies that are there in Canada. Next, if we talk about UK, so earlier, even students with 4.0 and 5.5, I'm talking about things 20 years ago, were accepted. But now the threshold is again 6.5 to even 8, considering that many students have been facing a lot of issues regarding their IELTS scores, mainly because IELTS UKVI is more demanded over there. Right? So make sure that you are choosing the right IELTS. I will also make another video on the difference between the simple regular IELTS and IELTS UKVI. So make sure that you keep on subscribing and make sure that you turn on the notification bell as well so that you get notified for the whole process and the video that will drop soon. Now let's talk about our cult favorite, Australia. Australia is a great country to study, and here 6.0 to 7.5 is an average requirement in all the universities. However, many universities for particular courses, for an instance face or engineering courses, require a higher band score near at least 8 or 8.5. Now this is because many students face difficulty over there because the advanced language of medical sciences and engineering really is a daunting factor for a person whose third or fourth language is English. That is why their higher band score really helps us all out, and the students who attain that higher band score end up getting their admissions and bagging good scholarships as well. So if we talk about Germany sometimes does not require IELTS at all. However, many universities, especially public colleges as well, they do demand a 7.0 and 8.0 or 8.0 in IELTS English test, right? Sometimes the requirement is also the German language test as well, but only when I have observed that only when the students do reach there, they'd go ahead and learn German from German-based tutors itself. So for Germany, I believe that to get a good scholarship or even a fully funded educational plan, it is required that they speak language, the English language especially, at a very higher level, especially around C1 to C2. Now, this is some of the university-specific score requirements. For an instance, we have Harvard University that requires barely a 7 from an Indian or Pakistani or Sri Lankan student. However, they might demand more depending upon the course that you are going for. University of Toronto, again 6.5 to 7.0. Oxford University really does not classify as a 9-band scoring university for many people. However, a 7.5 score is a good proficiency level for many students, and it totally depends upon the kind of course that you're going for. For an instance, if you're going for something in liberal arts or for an MBA, you wouldn't require to prove your English at a band 9. However, if you're going for an English-based course or language proficiency or linguistics course, you might need a 7.5 plus, even an 8.5 to prove your proficiency. Australian National University, 6.5 to 7.0 again, and Technical University of Munich. These are some popular universities from the given countries above. Again, 6.0 to 7.0. Sometimes in Europe, you don't even require IELTS, so you should inquire about that from your universities, whatever specific university you are going for. Now, how exactly do you need to check your target score? Visit the university official website. This is the best way to go for it. Instead of just running to any sort of an agent who would just misguide you, please make sure that you actually look up just simply Google it, and simply Google the name of your university or the course that you are trying to take and search for the requirement. Just go to the website, log into the details, or you could just simply say IELTS requirement for XYZ university. Simple as that. You can simply go with it. Now, you could again look for admissions requirement or English proficiency section. I know this part can be a little tricky. There's a reason behind it. Sometimes the catalogs or the syllabi for the universities and the courses is so deep seated in the website, some people just end up not finding it altogether. But you must be patient. You can email the college or university and also go ahead and ask for the requirements, whatever they are. Let's suppose you can take help from actually certified agents who can help you out with your visa requirements and visa application. But please do not fall for the propaganda that you need a 9-band just to get a scholarship. Even a 7.5 can suffice you. And just because, let's suppose if you're going for an English-based course, you won't need a very higher score. Again, 7.58 would be fine. 9 is not the threshold until they specifically ask you to do so. And once again, learning IELTS does not equate your intelligence. It only makes sure that your English is assessed at their marked levels. Now, you can always contact the admissions office for confirmation. You can email them, call them. You can drop in a message on their chatbots. Many websites have chatbots these days, and they will raise a ticket and answer you. And obviously, you can check the official website for the course-based details. So, follow for more, and make sure that you are following IELTS with Gagan on YouTube and Instagram. For more such content, like, subscribe, share, and wait for the next video. Bye-bye.